Hey guys, Coldbrew here. Welcome back to another raid video. We're going to talk about something that I've been asked the past few days since something started in the community. Yes, the free-to-play 2025, the series that Hell Hades hosts over on their website, and it has lots of creators, especially this year. It seems like, I don't know how many creators, there's so many new creators here that from what it looks like that have joined, it seems to be huge. And this time around, I think they've only been split between two and not specific teams to make it more interesting rather than last year. So why have I not joined this year's competition, guys, is the big question. I've been asked by multiple people. Even Hell Hades sent me a message right before. He was saying like there's still time to join if you want to. But honestly, guys, it's not that I didn't want to join the fun. It's just that I didn't see the point in doing a free-to-play for 2025 when raid themselves haven't changed much to the game. It takes a lot of time to do these free-to-play accounts, and after the first week or so where the novelty of just having a new account wears off, basically you're just grinding away and doing the same things over and over. And I've done these free-to-play accounts every year for the past 3 years. So this was my first free-to-play account that I've done, and it was the most successful one in terms of views. Just this playlist has 338,000 views, and many of these videos have thousands of views. And this is years ago, right? 3 years ago, posting these videos and talking about my progression with daily uploads. I had 226 videos all the way to picking up Lydia, doing 1 key Ultra Nightmare, and so on and so forth. And honestly, if you're somebody who's just starting out the game or is interested in playing the game, you can literally go back and watch a video that I posted, like my day one video, and there's going to be no difference to what you are going to be doing for basically the first 2 months or so on the account to what you will be doing today in 2025. And that is the sad thing about Raid, is that they have not changed the new player experience since then. I have the season 2 free-to-play that I've also done. I did way less videos on this one, I believe. I think I stopped. Not sure why I stopped on this one. I called it quits on this one. Can't remember why. Maybe picking up Arbiter was the thing. And then same thing with 2024. I picked up Arbiter and then I called it. Basically, we had Ironmans last year that the limitation was no legendaries. You could only do legendaries that you would get from, fusions and stuff, but no legendaries from summons. This year, it seems that you can do anything you want with legendaries that you get. So making it a little bit more luck-based, but I enjoy the luck-based. It's what Raid was built for, okay? You get lucky, you can progress a lot, especially if you pick up something like an Armand's. Right now, he's just going to steamroll you through all the PvE content, especially the spider dungeon, especially the waves part of the dungeons, and then on the bosses, you have to follow a strategy to beat them. So any of these free-to-play series are honestly going to carry you through if you're somebody who's brand new to the game. And then following up with the players this year, it's not that they don't have the experience to tell you guys, okay, do this and be good. Because you can see already with a couple of days of doing this, you can see players having 2 rank 6 champions, 17 points on the Great Hall development. So a lot of grinding, people already reaching goal 2. Shout out to Neva over there. We also have faction wars progression with lots of stars. So people know what they do in these types of competition now, and it becomes more and more challenging for each player to be doing these against others, because they know they're up against tough opponents. And then when there's a lot of luck involved, also things like Demon Lord damage just skyrockets. I wonder what Neva's team is with Harima. Okay, that's why. Just so I've got to send him a message. Because that is like, it's kind of cheating. Sigmund also. Oh, that's Neva here. Harima. Yes, Harima's gonna carry though. Harima's gonna carry. So this is the fun thing about the free-to-plays. When you can use the legendaries that you get, you see these crazy legendaries that help you just pop off in terms of the usefulness. Hell Hades here with the Cold Heart and Ruel. And what they need to change, honestly, as Raid, if they honestly wanted to capitalize on this, they should have tried to see on how they could entice players that are veterans to start new accounts, even spenders, and have it as like a separate server. I don't understand why they never done this and have them say, okay, you can do this and it's gonna be 2025 separate server. Everybody starts new. You can play in there, and there's a, let's say, a maximum spending limit in the game. They could have done that. They could have done competitions on it, but they never capitalized on it. And they didn't want to, I think, mix things up, makes things too complicated for people having multiple accounts to manage. There's people out there who have multiple accounts and they're doing very well, but there's people who just have the one and barely play with the account. So what I would love to see from Raid in 2025, if I was gonna do the free-to-play account, was actually if they implemented the changes that would make things a lot more interesting, like implement some changes for quality of life that they've promised but have yet to deliver, and that is super raids on campaigns. This would have basically halved the time that I spend on the free-to-play, because on a free-to-play you spend a ton of time in the campaign, and farming the campaign is basically 30 seconds per run for a good while. You won't have faster, brutal 12-3 runs for a really good while, until you really push your account in order to get those better times. So if we had super raids here like they promised, or background runs on dungeons, so I can run, let's say, dragon while there's a dragon tournament and then do campaign at the same time, which I don't think they'll have available, by the way, even when those things come out, which they promised. It would have helped a lot with time management, and time management is huge within this game. There's a lot of things that they could implement right now, and it would still be a problem in terms of getting things done quicker. Okay, we need to be able to do our faction wars on the background, and then also be doing dungeons on the same run. Games have this for years now, and Raid is just lacking behind. Okay, it's like Apple introducing things on their iPhones. I have got an iPhone, and that have been on Android for years, and they're saying, "Oh, look at this! Look at what we've introduced into the market." Kind of the same thing. It's them making a big deal out of something that they should have had. Honestly, the first 2 years of them playing the game, it's just them not accepting that they need to do this. It's just the developers, I believe, sometimes being a little bit too focused on some areas of the game and not understanding that the new player experience needs to be pushed, expedited a little bit, make it faster a little bit, so they can get going and feel the progression a little bit quicker. Not talking making dungeons easier by any means, but at least making things like the grind, getting 6 stars, farming, get that going to be a little bit faster. That would have changed things up so much and create that difference in the game. What is different in 2025 is, of course, the Chimera, and I would say Curse City, the Siege, being things that players can do now, and access to more stuff than before. Of course, provides you that additional bonuses on stats, especially Chimera. I would say once you've unlocked it, I believe at level 30, 33, I think you unlock Chimera. You can probably do the easy mode and get something from here that might give you 1 relic on your account. It's not going to change anything if you get 1 relic, unless you get like a really good relic by luck. But relics do give a solid advantage once you start leveling them up a bit, and some of the rares even actually can provide a little bit of a difference, but nothing too crazy. Even if you level it up, it's nothing too crazy that it just completely breaks the account. If there was a way to farm blessings other than the Iron Twins in 2025, the blessings give you a lot more of a power boost to a champion than I would say the relics do, because let's say you have a 6-star blessing on a champion, especially if it's your damage dealer, you give them a crushing rend. An epic becomes better than a legendary just because of that. Their AoE attacks will just melt through the defense of the enemies, and your let's say your legendary damage dealer might not be that strong, especially because of legendary skill books not being able to be utilized fully on a damage dealer, let's say, and stuff like that. So overall, there's things that they could have done for 2025 to really push that incentive for even more people to join in 2025. I think the time investment is one thing. My personal thoughts on some of the platinum moves, is other that. And also I'd like to see what others are doing this year around. I might be following up with more videos, doing like a review of what everyone is doing, maybe bringing on some people here to talk about their journey so far as the free-to-play. I want to know what kind of thoughts they have behind their progression. We see, Nevan upgrades here doing Minotaur already 15. I don't think that is unreasonable for the days that they've been doing this. I believe it's 5 days now, so 5 days is about okay. And getting more 6 stars is also key. If they've made it more, if player made it easier to get more 6 stars, like some kind of promo codes for additional chickens at the start, that would have been nice. I think definitely would have been the thing we needed. So this is why, guys, I didn't do the free to play in 2025. I really hope people stick with it. Last year, I remember we were divided into squads, many different teams, and basically every single team had at least one member that basically called it quits, or barely helped get points. And I think that's why they did it this year with just 2 teams. And if players start quitting, it's gonna be basically average. So one player quits from one team, one player quits from the other. So it's basically like that. But for now, it seems to be like a good difference in points, like 1,000 points. I don't know if that's a lot or not, but I wonder what the community is doing. Are they doing better? Lots more people on gold too. Faction wars progression here, 120. And then what about fastest champion? 219 fastest champion, 252 on normal. They should have finished with brutal already. Yeah, brutal is totally doable. And then rotation of the Doom Tower. People are on the hard version of the Doom Tower here. I believe that's what it means. H, right? Or no? No, I don't think they can go. Oh, okay, it just didn't load up. Okay. And then there's people doing brutal here with Billups, having Sigmund, Ugo, and Shamrock actually. Does everyone have? There's so many people who have Sigmund. Was there like a promo code for Sigmund or something? I don't know. Anyway, guys, this was the video just giving you my thoughts on the free to play, why I didn't do it. Honestly, go check my playlist, guys, on my free to play accounts, and just tell me that the game doesn't look the same. Okay, other than maybe some visuals here and there, the game basically looks the same since all that time ago. And even on the 2024 that I did last year, it's extremely similar. This was the video, guys. Thank you all. Subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. See you guys.